Hey everyone, welcome back. Ever thought your birthday could hold some kind of secret meaning? Well, today we're diving deep into numerology.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, focusing on those born on the 22nd. Specifically, we'll be looking at this document called Life Path Birth Number 22.
Interesting.
It's all about, understanding what makes this birth number so special.
Right.
And get this, it's considered a master number in numerology. I mean, a master number.
It's pretty powerful, yeah.
Right. Just think about that woven into your very existence. So today we'll unpack how this might, shape your life, career, finances, relationships, even personal growth.
I'm ready to dive in.
Oh, yeah. Plus, get this, figures like Oprah Winfrey and William Shakespeare were both born on the 22nd.
Really? Wow.
I know, right?
Eh,
There's got to be something special about this number.
Definitely some good company there.
Yeah.
So what makes the number 22 so unique in numerology?
Well, it's not just about individual traits.
Uh,
It's like a blueprint for a bigger archetype, the master builder.
Master builder, huh?
Yeah, imagine like these are the folks who can turn dreams into reality.
Ah, so it's not just about having ideas, it's about making them happen.
Exactly. They build, they create, they often work towards something bigger than themselves, for the greater good.
So they're the visionaries who actually take action.
Yes. Like they see the big picture and then boom, they get it done. They're not just dreamers, they're doers. So would you say ambition and discipline are like key strengths here?
Oh, absolutely. They're driven, focused, and they don't shy away from hard work.
Right. This document also mentions practicality and perfectionism.
Yes, they have a remarkable blend of both. They're grounded, detail-oriented, but they also strive for excellence in everything they do.
Wow. Okay, so they're not just up in the clouds with big ideas. They're making sure everything they build is like solid and meant to last.
Precisely. They're not afraid to get their hands dirty, but they also want things to be done right.
I can see that. Like you can't build a skyscraper with a shaky foundation.
Yeah.
Now, what about hidden talents? This document mentions those two. What kind of secret skills might they be hiding?
Ah, that's where things get interesting. They often have a strong intuition, and you might even find some have artistic talents, maybe in music, writing, or art. Of course, leadership qualities often emerge, often with a charismatic edge.
So like a secret poet hiding inside every CEO born on the 22nd.
Haha, perhaps. But seriously, that combo of vision, practicality, and charisma is potent. Think architects, entrepreneurs, anyone leading big projects.
Okay, this is all sounding pretty impressive so far, but this document also brings up some challenges.
Of course, it's not always smooth sailing.
Yeah, what kind of hurdles might someone with this birth number face?
Well, remember, each strength has its flip side.
Right.
People born on the 22nd might struggle with nervous tension, self-doubt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes feeling overwhelmed by their own high standards, like an inner critic constantly on their case.
So even with all that ambition and drive, they could still struggle with insecurity.
It happens. Those perfectionistic tendencies can, yeah, they can make them their own worst enemy sometimes. They're also vulnerable to being taken advantage of, maybe because of their idealism, wanting to help others.
Right, it's easy to get caught up in wanting to help and not realize you're being, used.
Exactly.
I've been there. The document also mentions early rigidity, like a need for control is a potential challenge. How does that usually play out?
It seems that in their younger years, people born on the 22nd can be quite rigid, needing to control situations. Almost like they haven't fully learned to trust their intuition, to be a little more flexible.
Okay, so with experience and maturity, they might loosen up a bit and become more adaptable.
Exactly. Growth and evolution are key here. Remember, this is a master numerology. Mastery takes time, experience.
Makes sense. Speaking of mastery, let's shift gears to finances. The document mentions a natural talent for making money, especially in ventures with calculated risks.
Yes, they often have a knack for spotting opportunities others miss, are willing to take those calculated risks, which can lead to financial success.
So not just playing it safe, but making smart, strategic moves.
Exactly. But this document also stresses aligning work with ideals. Like money isn't their only driver.
That's interesting. So finding a purpose that resonates with their values is key.
Absolutely. And there's a warning, too. Avoiding shortcuts, unethical paths, tempting, maybe, but integrity is crucial for long-term success, inner peace.
It's like what they say, what goes around comes around. Building a career based on solid values, that seems essential for them, even with all that drive to achieve.
Exactly. It's about building something sustainable both internally and externally.
So, thinking about all these strengths and challenges, what kind of careers would be a good fit for someone with birth number 22?
Well, with their ambition, visionary nature, leadership roles seem natural. CEOs, managers, project leaders, positions where they can build, inspire others.
Yeah, those definitely fit the bill. Are there other options, though?
Oh, absolutely. They might also thrive in fields like architecture or engineering, blending practicality with creative vision, or design, where they can, shape the world around them in tangible ways. And of course, finance and business are always strong contenders.
It's interesting how all those fields involve building something, whether it's a company or a bridge or a financial strategy.
It all circles back to the master builder archetype. Creating something tangible, lasting, it's in their nature.
Okay, so we've covered work and ambition, but what about love and relationships? Does this birth number influence those areas too?
It does. They often have this natural charisma that draws people in, and they're capable of deep, meaningful connections.
But I'm sensing a but coming.
Well, there's also a reserve side to them, which can make them seem distant at times. And trust is huge. They might be cautious about letting people in, maybe because of past hurts, or a need to protect their sensitive heart.
So they're both charismatic and reserved. That's a pretty interesting dynamic. But deep down, they still crave connection, right?
Absolutely. Finding a partner who appreciates both their ambition and their emotional needs is key. When they find that supportive connection, they become incredibly loyal and devoted partners.
Okay, I gotta ask. You mentioned some famous figures born on the 22nd, and I'm dying to know who they are.
Well, the first one that pops into my head is Oprah Winfrey, born January 22nd.
Oh, wow.
Her media empire, philanthropy, the way she connects with people globally, it all speaks to the power of this birth number.
Yeah, Oprah's a perfect example. It's like she embodies all the best of this master number. Who else is on that list?
We also have William Shakespeare, born April 22nd. His creative genius, enduring legacy, those definitely resonate with the visionary and impactful nature of the number.
Shakespeare. No way. I never would have guessed.
It's fascinating how the same birth number can manifest in such diverse ways.
Right.
And to make it even more intriguing, Vladimir Lenin, the Russian revolutionary, was also born on April 22nd.
Wait, Lennon and Shakespeare share a birth number.
Uh,
Wow, that just highlights how the same energy can be expressed in completely different ways.
It really does.
Yeah.
And it reminds us that, ultimately, free will and individual choices shape how these influences play out.
That's a really important point. It's not about being defined by your birth number, but about understanding its potential and using that knowledge for personal growth. So, what kind of advice does this document offer for those born on the 22nd?
It emphasizes spiritual growth above all,
Hmm.
cultivating positive energy, building resilience through inner work. Those are essential.
So, it's about more than just external achievements. It's about tapping into a deeper sense of purpose and strength.
Exactly. And it also offers practical steps for overcoming self-doubt, like recognizing and celebrating small wins, acknowledging your unique talents.
So, instead of focusing on what's missing, they can focus on what they have and use that to build confidence.
Precisely. And because their ambitions can be so grand, breaking down those big goals into smaller steps is crucial.
That's good advice for anyone, but especially for someone driven by a master number. What other insights does it offer?
Well, it stresses the importance of a supportive community. People who champion your dreams, but also hold you accountable when you stray from your values. Mentors, trusted friends, even spiritual advisors.
So surrounding yourself with the right people is essential, people who offer both support and honesty.
Exactly. And remember, we talked about spiritual growth. That becomes even more crucial for navigating challenges. Connecting to something larger than yourself, it helps you stay grounded, find meaning beyond material success, and cultivate compassion.
So it's not just about building empires in the world, but about building a strong inner foundation as well. Balance seems to be a key theme here, wouldn't you say?
You're catching on quickly. Balance is crucial, especially when it comes to managing that intense drive. We've covered a lot today, from strengths and challenges to careers and relationships.
Yeah, it feels like we've only just scratched the surface, though. There's still so much more to explore about this master number.
Absolutely. There's always more to uncover. But for now, we'll leave you with this. The power to build truly lies within each of us. It's about consciously choosing what we create, tending to our inner foundations, and using our strengths to make a positive impact on the world.
That's beautifully said. I can't wait to dive even deeper into this fascinating topic. But for now, we'll leave it there. See you next time for part 2, where we'll explore even more hidden meanings and insights about this remarkable number.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving deeper into birth number 22 today, exploring those little nuances we didn't get to in part 1.
Yes, we've uncovered a lot about this master builder archetype, their ambition, drive, those potential pitfalls. But now, let's explore the spiritual side of this powerful number.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So we're talking about more than just building skyscrapers and businesses here, right? What exactly does the spiritual side of 22 look like?
Well, it often indicates a strong connection to something bigger than themselves, a yearning for meaning and purpose beyond material achievements. It's like they sense there's more to life than what we see. That makes sense. With all that vision and ambition, it's natural to think about the big picture, their place in it, right? Does this spiritual side affect relationships, career choices?
Absolutely. They're not just looking for any partner. We're looking for a soulmate, someone who understands their soul's journey. And career-wise, they're drawn to work that makes a difference, contributes to the greater good.
So it's not about climbing the corporate ladder. It's about finding a path that aligns with their values, leaves a positive impact. I can see that.
Now, it's also fascinating how this 22 energy can express itself differently throughout life stages. In the younger years, that drive and ambition might come out as a need for control, shaping the world to their vision.
Right, we talked about how they can be a bit rigid, controlling in their youth.
Yes, but with maturity, experience, that control evolves into a more collaborative leadership style. They learn to trust their intuition, delegate, empower others.
So it's less my way or the highway, more about inspiring others to work together towards a shared vision.
Exactly. And later in life, their focus might shift from outward building to inner peace, wisdom. They might become mentors, guiding others on their paths.
It's like their life becomes a testament to that master builder archetype, not just materially, but spiritually, personally as well.
I like how you put that. Now, ready for some lesser-known facts about 22 that might surprise you?
Oh, yeah. Hit me with those hidden gems. I love some good numerology trivia.
Well, did you know in some systems, 22 is linked to the tarot card, the Fool?
The Fool! Wait, isn't that card usually about being naive or reckless? How does that fit with 22?
Yeah, but the Fool also represents new beginnings, unlimited potential, taking a leap of faith. It's about stepping outside your comfort zone and embracing the unknown with, optimism and a sense of wonder.
Oh, I see. So it's not about being foolish. It's about having the courage to start something new, even if it seems risky. That definitely aligns with 22, that visionary energy, taking risks for their vision.
Exactly.
Oh,
Sometimes you got to embrace the unknown to achieve something extraordinary.
that image of the fool at the edge of a cliff, about to take that step, it's powerful. A metaphor for trusting the journey.
I like that. Here's another one. Some numerologists believe 22 has a connection to the element of Earth.
Earth. Interesting. How does that tie into their personality?
It might explain their practicality, their grounded nature, their ability to manifest their visions into something real. They're not just dreamers, they're builders, creators.
Like they have this natural talent for shaping the world around them. They see potential in raw materials, in ideas, and they transform them into something concrete, lasting.
Exactly. They get the importance of planning, structure, hard work, and they have the persistence to see those projects through. Speaking of completion, we're nearing the end of part 2 of our deep dive into birth number 22.
Wow, time flies. We've covered so much. Strengths, challenges, spiritual stuff, careers, even tarot and the elements. I feel like I understand this master number in a whole new light.
It's been quite a journey, right? But there's one key aspect left before we wrap up. We've talked about 22's incredible potential, but what happens when that potential isn't fully realized? What are the downsides, and how can individuals navigate those? That's where we'll pick up in part 3.
Ooh, okay, getting a little intense now. Excited, but also kind of apprehensive to explore that darker side. Sounds like we'll uncover some crucial insights about those potential pitfalls, those downfalls associated with 22.
Exactly. Remember, every strength has its shadow, and understanding those is key for growth, self-awareness. Join us for part 3, where we'll explore those potential pitfalls and offer guidance on how to deal with the challenges on the path of a master builder.
Can't wait. It's like we're about to enter the hidden chamber of this master number, uncovering its secrets, exploring its complexities, what revelations await us in the final part of our exploration.
Welcome back, everyone, for our final deep dive into birth number 22. We've been through a lot, right? All that incredible potential, the drive to build their spiritual side.
Yeah.
But like anything powerful, there's got to be a flip side, right? Exactly. Every light has a shadow. And today, we're going to face those shadows. We'll explore what can happen when this master builder energy, well, goes a little astray.
Okay, I'm ready to face those shadows. So what happens when all that ambition, that drive, goes off track? What challenges might pop up if they're not careful?
Well, imagine that drive turned inward, becoming self-destructive. Their perfectionism, it can morph into harsh self-criticism. Anxiety, even depression, those are real risks.
Wow, that's tough to hear. It's like they're so focused on achieving great things that their own well-being gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, it's a real danger.
Yeah.
And that idealism, that desire to make a difference, it can make them blind to manipulation. They might pour their heart and soul into projects or relationships that, well, just drain them.
So not just self-criticism, but also being taken advantage of by others, especially those who might use their good intentions against them.
Exactly. And if their vision isn't balanced with wisdom, with compassion, that leadership potential, it could turn domineering, even tyrannical. Think of, those historical figures who craved power just for power's sake, not to serve something bigger.
It's like a warning tale, right? Even the best qualities can have a dark side if they're not kept in check.
It really is. And we can't forget about the shadow side of that practical, earthy energy we talked about. It could show up as an attachment to material things, fear of change, maybe even ruthlessness in getting what they want.
So instead of building something meaningful, they might get trapped in like a constant chase for more, 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 never really feeling fulfilled.
It's definitely a possibility. It's about finding that sweet spot, between ambition and contentment, striving for greatness, but also finding peace within. Now, this might all sound kind of bleak, but remember, these are potential pitfalls, not inevitable outcomes.
Right. It's not about predicting doom and gloom, but about understanding the challenges and, well, how to navigate them. So how can those with this birth number avoid these traps? Any advice we can offer?
Self-awareness, that's crucial. Being able to recognize those tendencies, like the self-criticism, people-pleasing, the control issues before they get out of hand. Therapy, mindfulness, honest self-reflection, those are all powerful tools.
It makes sense, like we said before, that inner foundation. It's just as important as anything they build out in the world.
Exactly. And having a supportive community is key too. People who cheer them on, but also aren't afraid to call them out when they're straying from their values. Mentors, friends, spiritual advisors, they all play a role.
So it's about surrounding themselves with folks who give both encouragement and a little tough love when needed, right? People who celebrate the wins, but also gently steer them back on course if they start to wander.
That's a great way to put it. And remember all that talk about spiritual growth. That becomes even more vital here. Connecting to something larger than themselves, it helps them stay grounded, find meaning beyond material things, and really cultivate compassion.
It really seems like balance is the key takeaway here. Balancing ambition with self-care, their drive with compassion, that need for control with, well, a willingness to let go a little bit and trust something bigger than themselves.
You're absolutely right. And to add one more piece to that balancing act, flexibility. Life throws curveballs, right?
Yeah.
Clinging too tightly to their plans, that only leads to disappointment. Learning to adapt, to go with the flow, that's so important for their well-being and ultimately their success.
What strikes me is how this went beyond just numerology. We explored human potential, the struggles of ambition, finding balance, self-awareness. It's been quite a journey.
It really has. And I hope our listener, you, have found it valuable, insightful, maybe even a little inspiring. Whether you're 22 or you know someone who is this master number, it represents incredible potential for greatness.
Yes, and as we've seen, that potential comes with challenges, shadows that need attention, care. But that power to build, it's within each of us. It's about choosing what we create, tending to our inner world, and using our strengths to make a positive difference.
Beautifully put. And remember, numerology, it's a guide, not a set-in-stone plan. It's up to each of us to write our own story, brick by brick, with intention, courage, and an open heart.
I love that. Building our lives brick by brick with intention and an open heart. What a powerful thought to leave with.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of birth number 22. Until next time.